Mommy, 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 mommy! Junior called as he rushed to his mom's room with a knife. Junior, what is pursuing you? And what are you doing with a knife? Junior's mom asked. Mommy, please come and see what I did to Angel in the kitchen, Junior said. Junior, what did you do to Angel? And why is blood all over your school uniform and hands? Mommy, I used your knife to do what that auntie did to that uncle in that movie we watched last night. And she fell on the ground just like the uncle in the movie. And I called her several times, but she refused to answer. And I tried to wake her up so that we could finish our breakfast. But she did not move her body, let alone respond to me. Mommy, please, come and wake her up from her sleep so that we can finish our breakfast and go to school, Junior explained innocently. Junior, you did what? Jesus, my only daughter, I hope it's not what I'm thinking, Junior's mom screamed as she rushed out of the room, and when she got to the kitchen, she was shocked by what she saw. Once upon a time, there lived a couple named Dominic and Monica, who were married for 17 years without having a child. But God eventually blessed them with two amazing children, Junior and Angel. Dominic and his family were living happily and healthily until Dominic traveled abroad on multi-million naira contracts, leaving his wife and his children in Nigeria. One night, Monica and her children were watching an action movie in her bedroom when Mama Alice and Nanny walked in and said, Junior and Angel, it is time to sleep. Your rooms are ready. Auntie, we are not ready to sleep yet. We want to finish watching this movie first, Junior said. Junior, it is already late, and you need to sleep so you can get up on time and prepare for school tomorrow, Mama Alice said. What exactly is wrong with you, this woman? Are you so blind that you don't see my children are having a good time? Monica asked. I am sorry, Ma, but I am doing this so they do not fall asleep in class tomorrow, Mama Alice said. See, woman, I did not hire you to come and train my children for me. I hired you to look after them. Get out of my room right now, Monica commanded. I will, Ma. But Ma, this type of movie you are allowing these children to watch is not appropriate for their age. You are spoiling their minds. And you should not have watched this type of movie with them, Mama Alice said. What does an illiterate like you know? My friend, get out of my room. See, woman, I do not play with my children's happiness. I am willing to do anything legal to make them happy because I know what I went through before they were born, Monica said. Please, Ma, I am speaking from experience and I am advising you as a mother. I have 5 grown-up children, although 4 are late. Ma, I know what the children of this generation are capable of doing. My grandson nearly suffocated his twin sister with a pillow when they were younger after watching an action movie, Mama Alice said. You cannot compare your poor wretched children to mine. My children are well-trained and extremely intelligent, unlike the doll that refers to as your children. Please get out of my presence, Monica said as she pushed Mama Alice out of her room. Mama Alice went to her room and started crying and thinking about her late husband. And while Monica and her children were watching the movie, Junior asked, Mommy, did that uncle who just died in this movie really die? No, he did not die. He is just acting. He will wake up after the fight, Monica replied. A few moments later, Mama Alice had a terrible dream about Angel and Junior, in which she was in her bathroom when she heard Angel screaming loudly. So she quickly tied her towel and ran to see what made Angel scream in that manner. And when she got there, she saw Angel lying dead on the ground, with blood gushing out of her head, and Junior attempting to lift her. Jesus Christ! Junior, what happened to Angel? Mama Alice asked with great shock. Angel and I were acting what we saw in the movie, and Angel kicked me painfully in the stomach. So I decided to push her and she fell and hit her head on the wall, Junior explained. And as Mama Alice was about to rush Angel to a nearby hospital, Monica drove in and rushed out of the car. "Woman, what happened to my daughter?" Monica asked. "Please, ma, Angel needs immediate medical attention. Let us take her to the hospital. I will explain everything to you later," Mama Alice responded, and they took Angel to the hospital. However, Angel died on the way. Monica then accused Mama Alice of killing Angel and told everyone about it. They arrested Mama Alice and sentenced her to death by hanging. And as they were about to hang her, she screamed heavily and woke up from her sleep. When she woke up, she dashed to Monica's room and saw her still watching the action movie with Angel and Junior. "Please, ma, I want to tell you something very important, privately," Mama Alice pleaded. "What is that, woman?" she asked arrogantly. "Please, ma, what I'm about to tell you is extremely important, and I do not want to tell you in front of these children." "My friend, say whatever I want to say and get out of my room," Monica said. "Please, ma, I cannot tell you in front of Junior and Angel." "What is wrong with you, this woman? Can't I have peace of mind in my own house?" "I am sorry, ma. After today, I will not bother you any longer. Just come and listen to what I have to say," Mama Alice pleaded, and Monica became so angry that she poured the juice she was drinking on Mama Alice. Mama Alice sadly went into her room and began crying. 10 minutes later, Mama Alice's spirit became extremely troubled, so she rushed back to Monica's room, and Monica asked her angrily, "This woman, what exactly is your problem this night?" "Please, ma, just listen to what I want to say," Mama Alice pleaded. "I give you 1 minute to say whatever you want and get out of my presence." And as Mama Alice was trying to tell her the dream, Monica said, "Woman, I do not have time for pointless discussions. Keep your foolish dream to yourself. I thought you had something reasonable to say. Please smell away from my presence." She pushed Mama Alice out of her room and locked the door without patiently listening to what Mama Alice was saying. The next morning, Mama Alice awoke fearfully and began saying, "I cannot stay in this house any longer. I sense serious danger ahead, and if I do not take immediate action, I will be in big trouble. I need to leave this house this morning," Mama Alice said as she packed her clothes and then went to Monica's room. "Good morning, ma," Mama Alice greeted with folded arms. "Woman, where are you going this morning that you are dressed this way? Have you dressed my kids for school and prepared their breakfast?" Monica asked. "I am very sorry, ma. I am no longer interested in working, and I intend to quit this morning. I do not want to work here anymore." "What is your reason for quitting the job?" Monica asked. "Ma, I honestly do not like how you always treated me in this house. I am old enough to be your mother. It is my condition that has brought me to your house. If my late husband is still alive, my life could not have been as miserable as this. Each time you talk to me like a child, it reminds me of my late husband and made me cry. So I do not want to work for you anymore because my mind is no longer there," Mama Alice explained with teary eyes. "What is the point of all this nonsense you are talking about? I asked you a simple understanding question, and you told me a story. Anyway, if you want to go, you are free. There are plenty of fish in the river, so I will never beg you to stay in my house. Please smell away from my presence." "Thank you, ma. But please, ma, pay my salary. I have worked for 3 weeks and 5 days. If you want to receive your salary and leave my house this morning, you must first prepare my children's breakfast, prepare them for school, and clean their rooms before leaving this compound. Get out of my room and do what I ask you," Monica responded. Mama Alice sadly went to the kitchen and began preparing the children's breakfast, after which she bathed and prepared them for school. A few moments later, Junior and Angel began eating their breakfast, And while they were eating, their father called, and Monica brought the phone so they could talk to their father. And as soon as she handed them the phone, she rushed to her room to dress up so she could take the children to school, while Mama Alice was cleaning and arranging the children's room as Monica had instructed. "Daddy, when are you coming back?" Junior and Angel asked. "I'll be back this weekend." "What do you want Dad to buy for you?" Dominic asked. "Daddy, please buy me a toy gun so that I can use to play with Angel," Junior said. "Okay, how about you, my princess?" "Daddy, buy me a teddy bear," Angel responded. And when the call ended, Junior said, "Angel, let us go to the kitchen and do what the auntie and uncle did in the movie we watched with Mommy last night. We will use Mommy's phone to video it so that when Daddy returns, we can show him." "Okay, let us go. I will be the auntie and you will be the uncle," Angel replied. When they arrived at the kitchen, Junior placed the phone in a stable position to film them. Junior then carried 2 big knives, one for Angel and one for himself, and they began doing what they had seen in the movie last night. While they were playing with the knives, Angel mistakenly injured Junior, and Junior angrily used his knife and stabbed Angel in her stomach, causing her to scream and fall to the ground, and blood began gushing out. "Angel, please, I am sorry. Get up. Let us go finish our breakfast so Mommy can take us to school," Junior said, and Angel did not respond. "Angel, please talk to me now. I said I am sorry. Stand up. I will not play again. Please, let us go and finish our breakfast," Junior said, and he tried to lift Angel. So after Junior called Angel several times and receiving no response, he ran upstairs to their mom's room with a knife. Immediately after Junior left the kitchen, Mama Alice walked into the kitchen and found Angel dead on the ground. Jesus Christ. This is exactly what I saw in my dream. Please let me leave this house instantly, so that this woman does not accuse me of killing this girl, Mama Alice said as she rushed to her room to carry her belongings to run away. When Junior got to his mom's room, he screamed, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy!" "Junior, what is pursuing you? And what are you doing with the knife?" Junior's mom asked. "Mommy, please come and see what I did to Angel in the kitchen," Junior said. "Junior, what did you do to Angel? And why is blood all over your school uniform and hands?" "Mommy, I used your knife to do what that auntie did to that uncle in that movie we watched last night. And she fell on the ground just like the uncle in the movie. And I called her several times, but she refused to answer. And I tried to wake her up so that we could finish our breakfast. But she did not move her body, let alone respond to me. Mommy, please, come and wake her up from her sleep so that we can finish our breakfast and go to school," Junior explained innocently. "Junior, you did what? Jesus, oh, my only daughter, oh, I hope it's not what I'm thinking of." Monica screamed as she locked Junior inside her bedroom and ran recklessly to the kitchen. And when she got to the downstairs, Mama Alice was just coming out from her room with her belongings. "Woman, where is Angel? And where are you going with your belongings?" Monica curiously asked. "Ma, I do not see Angel, and I do not want to stay here anymore," Mama Alice responded fearfully. "Where? Follow me to the kitchen right now," Monica said as she rushed to the kitchen. And when she arrived, she was extremely shocked to find Angel lying dead on the ground and her uniform was soaked in blood. "Woman, what exactly did you do to my daughter?" Monica asked as she grabbed Mama Alice's clothes. "Ma, I did not do anything to her. You had the guts to kill my daughter and you want to run away. I will leave no stone unturned until you die miserable," Monica said as she carried Angel. Thereafter, Monica locked Mama Alice inside and drove recklessly to the hospital. A few moments later, Mama Alice began crying and lamenting heavily. Oh God, why me? Why me, God? God, did you create me to come to this world to suffer and die miserably? What did I do to deserve this kind of unbearable pain and punishment? I regretted and cursed the day my mother gave birth to me. Oh God, do not let anything to happen to that girl, because if she dies, I am finished, Mama Alice exclaimed. When Monica arrived at the emergency ward and a doctor attended to her, the doctor said, "Mama, we did our best, but you lost her." Monica screamed heavily and slumped. Doctor and nurses quickly attended to her. 45 minutes later, Monica woke up and began asking, "Where is my daughter? Where is my daughter? Where is my daughter?" "Please calm down, madam. This is not the end of your life," the doctor said. "You will never understand the agonies and humiliation I endured before God blessed me with that girl," Monica exclaimed. "Ma, I understand. God will still give you another girl. Please be strong," the nurses consoled her. Monica then called her husband. "Hello, honey. Babe, what is going on? Why are you crying?" Dominic curiously asked. Angelo, Monica, what happened to my princess whom I just spoke with less than 3 hours ago?" "Angel is dead, oh. Angel is dead, oh. Angel is dead, oh." "Monica, what kind of stupid planning is this? Can you please stop it before I have heart attack right now?" Monica decided to switch the phone to video call and show Dominic the angel's corpse. "Jesus Christ, Monica, who killed my daughter?" "Mama Alice killed Angelo. Mama Alice killed my only daughter. Mama Alice killed Angelo." "What? Why did she kill my only daughter?" I don't know. "Where is she right now?" Dominic asked angrily. "I locked her inside." "Let her stay there until I return. Do not feed her. She had the audacity to murder my only daughter. I will slaughter her and burn her to ashes," Dominic said. Monica then took Angel's corpse to a mortuary, and when she returned home, Junior said, "Mommy, I was the one who used the knife on Angel, not Auntie Alice. She was not even present when Angel and I were playing in the kitchen. Please, Mommy, watch the video of what happened in the kitchen." Junior took out the phone he used to record himself while they were playing in the kitchen. And after Monica finished watching the video, she angrily beat Junior mercilessly until the boy nearly died. Thereafter, she began thinking and planning what she would tell people about the late Angel. "I will never tell anyone that my son killed Angel, because if I do, they will definitely execute Junior for killing the royal blood. And Mama Alice will say, I want her not to let those children watch that movie that night. And if my husband heard that, he will kill me right away. I will falsely accuse Mama Alice badly of killing Angel, so that she will be put to death instead of my son. What kind of problem have I caused for myself? I wish I had known a day like this would come. I could have listened to that woman last night. Child! See where pride and negligence has landed me today. I just lost my grown-up daughter because of my carelessness. How am I going to survive without Angel?" Monica lamented. And when she finished lamenting, she deleted the video so that her husband will not see it. After that, she drew Junior's ears and said, "Junior, if your father or anyone asks you about the death of Angel, just tell them that you came to give me my phone in my room after you and Angel finished making call with your father. And while you were in my room, you heard Angel screaming, and when you and I went downstairs to find out what happened to Angel, we saw Mama Alice trying to open the door to run away with her belongings. And when we got to the kitchen, we found Angel dead on the ground," Monica instructed. "Mommy, I do not want to lie to Daddy, But you see, the uncle who died in that movie will wake up after the fight. Why NJ did not wake up? Junior asked innocently with teary eyes. And Monica began beating him again. Junior, listen to me. If you tell anyone what you did to your sister, I will kill you just as you killed Angel. Get out of my presence, stupid boy. The next day, Dominic's and Monica's family arrived to find out Mama Hallie's reason for killing Angel. When they arrived, they brought Mama Hallie's out of the room, and Monica began explaining everything that happened. I was in my room getting ready to carry Junior and Angel to school when my husband called and told me to give the phone to Angel and Junior. So I dashed downstairs to give them the phone and then returned to my room to finish getting ready. 5 minutes later, Junior brought me the phone, and as he was about to return to the dining to continue his breakfast, I heard Angel screaming heavily from downstairs. And when we rushed downstairs, I caught Mama Hallie's trying to open the door to run away. And I saw blood stain in her hands and clothes. So I decided to stop her and ask her why Angel was screaming and where she was running to with her belongings. She began stammering, and when I got to the kitchen, I saw Angel lying dead on the ground, Monica explained. Mama Hallie's could not say anything. She was crying uncontrollably, and Dominic's mother became extremely angry, slapped her, and gripped her neck, intending to kill her, but they held her. Woman, why did you kill the innocent girl? Monica's father asked. I swear by my late husband's grave that I did not kill Angel. If you claim you did not kill her, why did you want her to run away as soon as the girl died? Dominic's father asked, and Mama Hallie's could not defend herself. She was crying and stammering. You are an evil woman. How can anyone believe you did not kill the little girl when you were the only one with her downstairs? Monica's father asked. This woman is a witch. She most likely tried to kill the little girl spiritually but failed. So she decided to kill her physically and wanted to run, but God exposed her. She must be stoned or burned alive because she deserves to die painfully. Dominic's father said, You are correct, but let us wait until Dominic returns from abroad before doing anything to her. Dominic's mom said. They eventually returned Mama Hallie's to the room and locked her inside without feeding her, and she cried all day and night. 2 days later, Dominic returned from his trip abroad and went straight to the mortuary to see his daughter's corpse. When he arrived at his compound, he rushed to his room, carried a gun, and dashed to where Mama Hallie's was locked up, forcing the door open and entering to kill the poor innocent woman. Woman! I give you 5 seconds to explain why you killed my only daughter. Stop talking now or I will shoot you! Dominic angrily commanded, pointing the gun at Mama Hallie's. Please, just kill me. I want to die, oh. I want to die. I am tired of suffering. Please kill me. Let me die miserably and rest. I am tired of this life. Please, kill me, oh. Kill me, oh. I want to die, oh. I want to die, oh. Mama Hallie's exclaimed. Dominic was deeply touched. He looked at her with teary eyes, left the room and went to his room. Monica, can you tell me what happened to my daughter that I left with you? Because I do not think that poor woman could kill Angel. Do not mind her innocent face, because she's a devil in human form. She can kill while pretending to be innocent, Monica responded. Woman, you have not answered my question. What happened to my daughter whom I left with you to travel abroad? Dominic asked angrily. I was in my room getting ready to take Junior and Angel to school when you called and told me to rush to the dining table downstairs to give them the phone. And then I returned to my room to finish getting ready. 5 minutes later, Junior brought me the phone. And as he was about to return to the dining table to finish his breakfast, I heard Angel screaming heavily from downstairs. And when we rushed downstairs, I caught Mama Hallie's trying to open the door to run away. And I saw blood stain in her hands and clothes. So I decided to stop her and ask her why Angel was screaming and where she was running to with her belongings. She began stammering, and when I got to the kitchen, I saw Angel lying dead on the ground. Monica explained, and Dominic left without saying anything and went to Junior's room. When he got to Junior's room, Junior was busy looking at Angel's pictures and crying heavily. And his father walked in and confronted him. Dominic then locked the door and began questioning Junior, while Monica stood on the door outside listening. "My prince, you are the only person I trust in this house because you have never lied to me. Look at me and tell me what happened to Angel." And as Junior was about to reveal everything that had happened, Monica knocked on the door and said, "Junior, please open the door. I brought you your favorite juice." "Madam, go first. I am having a very serious discussion with him," Dominic said, and she still stood there to hear what Junior had to say. "Please go ahead, my prince," Dominic said. Junior suddenly remembered what his mom had told him when his father or anyone asked him about Angel's death. So he looked at his father with teary eyes and began lying to him. "Daddy, after Angel and I finished talking with you, I went to Mommy's room to give her her phone. And as I was about to leave, I heard Angel screaming. So Mommy rushed downstairs to find out what happened to Angel. And I followed her. And when we got to the parlor, we saw Auntie Alice trying to open the door to flee with her bags. And when we got to the kitchen, we found Angel dead on the ground," Junior explained. "So it is true. I will kill that woman today," Dominic said as he rushed frustratedly to where they locked up Mama Alice. And as he was about to strangle her, she said with teary eyes, "Please, sir, before you kill me, tell your wife to give me my phone. I want to call my only surviving child and say my final prayer for her so that her life does not end up as miserable as mine." Dominic sadly looked at the woman and left the room, went to the parlor and sat on the ground. And while he was sitting, Junior came out and begged him to give Mama Alice food. "Go tell your mother to give her food," Dominic said. And when Junior went to Monica and told her to give Mama Alice food, she shouted at him and told him to leave her presence. So he went back to his father and told him what his mother had done to him. Dominic decided to go by himself. "Monica, please give that poor woman food. She's been locked up in that room for over 5 days without eating." "Dominic, are you okay? Why will you advise me to give food to someone who killed our only daughter?" "Monica, I said give her food. I do not care if she killed my daughter or not. Dominic, I will never give her food. I cannot believe you are the one saying this. Woman, this is my house. So give that woman food," Dominic said, and while they were interacting, Dominic received a call from Raymond, his best friend. "Hello, Dominic, where are you?" "I am in your parlor." "Okay, please wait for me. I will be there shortly," Dominic said as he rushed to the parlor to meet with his friend. When he arrived, Raymond asked, "Dominic, what did your wife tell you that happened to Angel?" She stated that she was in her bedroom getting ready to take Junior and Angel to school when I called and told her to rush to the dining table downstairs to give Junior and Angel the phone. Then returned to her room to finish getting ready. 5 minutes later, Junior brought her the phone, and as Junior was about to return to the dining table to finish his breakfast, they heard Angel screaming heavily from downstairs. And when they rushed downstairs, they caught Mama Alice trying to open the door to run away. And she saw blood stain in her hands and clothes. So she decided to stop her and ask her why Angel was screaming and where she was running to with her belongings. And the woman began stammering. And when she got to the kitchen, she saw Angel lying dead on the ground. "Dominic, this is quite unbelievable. Where is the woman who killed your daughter?" Dominic then took Raymond to where Mama Alice was in prison. And when he saw her, her face was swollen because of too much crying. So after they left the room, Raymond said, "Dominic, I still find it difficult to believe that the poor woman killed Angel because she does not appear to be capable of harming flies, let alone humans. Raymond, do not judge her based on her appearance. Her face may appear innocent, but she may have a devilish heart. Remember, the world is full of wicked people, Dominic responded. I agree, but what do you intend to do with her? Raymond, I don't know. I am very confused right now. I tried to kill her, but I couldn't. Dominic, I propose you hand over the woman to the police and bury your daughter. Raymond, that's exactly what I intended to do. But my problem is my family. They will leave no stone unturned until the woman is being executed because of certain rules and regulations governing our kingdom. What type of rules and regulations are you referring to? Raymond, as you are aware, I am from a royal family and my uncle is the king of this kingdom. So the law states that anyone who kills any of the royal blood must be executed either by stoning to death or burning alive. And the news has already spread throughout the town. And the king is aware, and they were all waiting for my return. My man, the circumstances are just beyond my control. This is extremely complicated. Just do your best and leave the rest for God, Raymond replied. The following day, Dominic, Monica, and their families went to the palace, and Monica began explaining to the king and his cabinet everything that had happened the day Angel died. I was in my room getting ready to carry Junior and Angel to school when my husband called and told me to give the phone to Angel and Junior. So I dashed downstairs to give them the phone and then returned to my room to finish getting ready. 5 minutes later, Junior brought me the phone, and as he was about to return to the dining table to finish his breakfast, I heard Angel screaming heavily from downstairs. And when we rushed downstairs, I caught Mama Alice trying to open the door to run away. And I saw blood stain in her hands and clothes. So I decided to stop her and ask her why Angel was screaming and where she was running to with her belongings. She began stammering, and when I got to the kitchen, I saw Angel lying dead on the ground. The king then sent for Mama Alice, who was brought to the palace a few minutes later and sat on the ground. Can you tell us why you killed the little girl whose parents hired you to care for? The king asked. Your Majesty, I did not kill her. I was cleaning up their room that morning when I heard Angel screaming. So I rushed to find out what happened. And when I got to the dining table that she was sitting with her brother, but I could not find any of them. So when I went to the kitchen, I was shocked to see her lying dead, and I became extremely scared. So I had to go to my room to carry my belongings to leave the house because I had already told my madam that I wanted to quit the job that morning. But she asked me to finish my morning duties before leaving her house, which I did without hesitation, Mama Alice explained. So when you came downstairs to see what happened to the little girl, did you meet anyone? The king asked. No, Your Majesty. Okay. Did you find the door open or locked? The door was locked, Your Majesty. But when you discovered the girl you were caring for lying dead on the ground, why didn't you rush to inform her mom instead of attempting to run away? The king asked. Your Majesty, I was extremely scared because of a dream I had the night before the incident, which was exactly what happened that day. I tried to tell Madam about the dream so she could be more careful with her children, but she didn't pay attention to me. Monica, was this woman trying to tell you something that night but you ignore her? No, Your Majesty, she's lying. She's simply looking for a way to cover up her crime. Madam, why are you lying? After I had the dream about your children, I came to your room twice and begged you to listen to what I had to say, but you poured me juice and pushed me out. Can you close your stinking mouth? Which room did you come to? Monica asked. Your Majesty, This woman is guilty of the crime. I believe she came to fulfill missions. Because I do not understand how a reasonable and responsible human being would see a girl she was hired to care for lying dead on the ground and attempt to flee instead of informing her parents. That is correct, my queen. And she must face the consequences. Oh no, the Prime Minister said. Dominic, I strongly believe you are aware of the rules and regulations of this land. So it is up to you to decide whether the youths should stone her to death or burn her alive. Please, Your Majesty, I want her to go to prison rather than being stoned to death or burned alive, Dominic said. That is completely impossible. The only options are to stone her to death or to burn her alive, the king replied. I am sorry, Your Majesty, but I want to handle my daughter's case myself. Dominic, that's completely unacceptable. It can never happen. Angel is my granddaughter and also from the royal family. So this woman should be executed, Dominic's father said, and Dominic stormed angrily out of the palace. The king then asked Monica if the youth should burn Mama Alice alive or stone her to death, to which Monica responded, the youth should burn her alive. So the king decided to order the youth to burn her alive. And as youth wanted to take her away, she said, please, Your Majesty, allow me to call my only surviving child and her 2 children to tell them what happened to me before the youth burn me alive, because they are unaware of what I am going through. There is no way, woman. Youth, take her away, the king responded. And the youth took her away, began beating her, and when they got to where they wanted to burn her alive, they put tires around her neck and poured fuel all over her body. And as they were about to burn Mama Alice alive, everybody was shocked by what happened. What do you think will happen? Do you think they will burn Mama Alice alive?
Please tell me, are you enjoying the story? If so, tell me, what lessons have you actually learned? I would really love to hear your comments in the comment section down below. And remember to support this channel. Please subscribe, like the video, comment, just say something. Even a word could literally mean a whole lot. So I want you to tell me, what lessons have you learned from this story? Trust me, these are situations that most people actually gone through. I'm sure some of you that are watching this story have actually gone through this situation. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear how you dealt with the situation that you were faced with.
Immediately after the king ordered the youth to burn Mama Alice alive, Junior, who was in his room crying and thinking about late Angel, whom he innocently killed, slept off. And immediately after he slept off, he had a terrible dream and saw Angel crying heavily. Junior, tell Daddy what you did to me right now. Junior, if anything happens to Auntie Alice, I will never forgive you and Mommy, and my spirit will never rest. Junior, tell Daddy what you did to me right now. Angel said as she disappeared, and Junior awoke fearfully and began feeling Angel's presence. When Dominic arrived at Raymond's house after he left the palace angrily, he sat on the ground and began weeping silently. Dominic, please tell me how it went. Raymond, I told you that my family would leave no stone unturned until the woman is executed. But why didn't you tell them that you wanted the woman in prison rather than executed? My father and the king disagreed, so I decided to leave the palace. This is extremely complicated. Do you believe the woman actually killed your daughter? Raymond, I do not believe it, because Angel and the woman were very friendly, and I don't think the woman could have killed Angel. Well, you have done your best. Now let God do the impossible. May God have mercy on the poor woman, Raymond responded. And as they were conversing, Dominic received a call from Junior. "Hello, Daddy! Where are you?" Junior screamed. "Junior, what is going on? Are you okay?" Dominic curiously asked. "Daddy, please come to the house right now." "What is going on, my prince? Please come quickly, Daddy. There is a serious problem," Junior said fearfully. Dominic quickly ended the phone call. "Raymond, please, I am coming." "Dominic, what is going on?" "Junior told me that there is a serious problem in the house and that I should come home right away. And Junior is the only one in the house." "What?" "Let us go quickly," Raymond said as they rushed out of the parlor and drove recklessly to the Dominic's house. When they arrived at the parlor, they saw Junior. "What is happened, Junior?"
"Daddy, Angela appeared to me in a dream and told me to tell you what I did to her."
"So what did you do to Angel?" Dominic asked desperately.
"Daddy, I was the one who killed Angel, not Auntie Alice."
"What? Jesus Christ. Junior, how did you kill Angel?"
"Daddy, I used Mommy's knife to kill her. It was Mommy who told me to lie to you. Daddy, do not let anything to happen to Auntie Alice. Because Angel said if anything happened to Auntie Alice, she will never forgive me and Mommy, and her spirit will never rest."
"Why did you kill your beloved sister?" Dominic asked with teary eyes. "Dominic, you heard what Junior said. Let us save Mama Alice's life first before we find out what happened that fateful day," Raymond said. They then took Junior and drove recklessly to the palace. When they arrived at the palace, Dominic asked loudly, "Where is Mama Alice?" "The youth has taken her away to burn her alive." "Is there any problem?" Monica asked.
"I was the one who killed Angel, not Auntie Alice. She was not even present when I killed Angel in the kitchen. I wanted to tell Daddy the truth, but my mommy threatened to kill me if I told him or anyone else what I did to Angel."
Junior revealed, and there was a lot of grumbling in the palace. So after the youth poured fuel all over Mama Alice's body and were about to light fire to burn her alive, the palace chief guard rushed out of a car and screamed, "No! Stop! She is innocent!" And the youth were shocked. They then took Mama Alice to the palace, where Junior began to explain what happened on the day Angel died.
"Angel and I were imitating what we saw in the movie we watched with Mommy a night before Angel died. And we used Mommy's knives. And when we were imitating, Angel injured me. And it was very painful. So I decided to use my knife to stab her in her stomach. And she fell on the ground just like the uncle in the movie we watched. And I called her several times, but she refused to answer. And I tried to wake her up so that we could finish our breakfast, but she did not move her body, let alone respond to me."
"Monica,
"So you are the cause of my daughter's death,"
Dominic said as he rushed to strangle Monica, but they stopped him. "Junior, did Mama Alice know you had killed your sister?" the king asked.
"No, it was only Mommy that was aware, because I told her everything I did to Angel, and I didn't tell Auntie Alice."
"Where was Mama Alice when you killed your sister?"
"She was cleaning our room when I killed Angel, and I even used my mommy's phone to film Angel and me imitating in the kitchen, intending to show it to Daddy when he returned."
"Monica, where is the video that Junior mentioned?" the king asked. I
I didn't see any video. Monica stammered. Jack! The king called. Yes, your majesty. The chief palace guard responded. Take the phone from her and thoroughly search for the video. And when Jack collected the phone, he found the video, and Monica suddenly realized that the video had not been permanently deleted. Jack then gave the phone to the king, and the king began watching the video, and after which he passed it to everyone. And when everyone finished watching the video, the king said, Mama Alice, go ahead and decide what you want us or the youth of this kingdom to do, Monica, for falsely accusing you of killing an angel. Say whatever you want us to do, and it will be granted to you. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Please, Your Majesty, I want God to continue fighting my battle, and all I desire is to leave this kingdom today. That is all, Mama Alice responded. You mean after everything Monica put you through, you want to let her go scot-free? The king asked. Yes, Your Majesty. She is like my daughter, and I do not want to aggravate her pains, so I have forgiven her. You are a wonderful woman, and your type is as rare as hen's teeth. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, what is your verdict on this little boy who killed his sister? Oh no, the Prime Minister asked. Well, we are all fully aware of the laws of this land. And since no one is above the law, the boy must be executed for killing royal blood. Your Majesty, did you just say that my only surviving child will be executed for innocently killing his sister? Dominic asked angrily. I did not say it, but it is the law that governs this land. What kind of stupid law is that? Ikenna, my grandson, will never be executed. What does the little boy know? Dominic's dad asked. Chief Okafor, why are you speaking as if you are unaware of the customs and traditions of this land? The boy must be executed so that there can be peace in this kingdom, one of the king's cabinet members said. Please, Your Majesty, let the youth burn me alive and let Junior live, Mama Alice exclaimed. That is completely unacceptable. The boy must be executed, the king said. Igwe, I can never sit and watch my only surviving child die because of this stupid law. Not while I am still alive, Dominic said. Please, Your Majesty, should the youth stone or burn the boy alive? The youth leader asked. And Dominic angrily rushed to his car, carried his gun, and dashed to the palace. If they burn any of you, well, touch my son. Please, Dominic, calm down, Raymond said. Raymond, just stay out of this. And while they were interacting badly, Ezemo, the chief priest, walked in and said, The thunder that rumbles in silence, strike with mighty force when the time comes. Igwe. Greetings, great people of the Amake kingdom. Greetings, Ezemo, they responded. The hidden stone in the riverbed has finally revealed by the flowing waters of truth. The gods has finally spoken. There is a deep mystery surrounding Okafor's family, and the gods has finally revealed it. Please, Ezemo, tell us the mystery, because my family is on fire right now, Dominic's father pleaded. The secrets buried in the grave has rise with the spirit of the dead. Eyes of the gods, you speak in parables. Please speak to us in a language that we can understand.
Monica's father pleaded.
The innocent soul who died and her brother are not royal blood. Their mother is aware of what I'm talking about.
What do you mean by they are not royal blood? Dominic curiously asked.
The shadow that hides the truth has eventually run away from the light. Son of Okafor, this little boy and his late sister are not your children. You were destined to have only 2 children, and you had them before marrying your wife. And those children and their mother are still alive.
Please, Ezemo, we are extremely confused right now. Can you reveal this mystery? We are desperate to know, the king asked.
Your Majesty, that's all the gods have revealed to me. The daughter of Okoro is in the best position to reveal the mystery because she's aware of what she did.
A moment later, a young man named Henry went to Dominic's house in search of Monica. When he arrived, the gateman informed him that Monica had gone to a palace, and Henry drove directly to the palace. Monica, what do you have to say about what Ezemo just said? The king asked. Your Majesty, I have no idea what Ezemo is talking about. I believe someone bribed him to come and ruin my marriage and tarnish my reputation. Monica replied fearfully. How dare you speak to a great chief priest of this kingdom in such a manner? Are you insane? Oh no, the prime minister asked angrily. I honestly do not believe what Ezemo said, because I know what my daughter is capable of and what she's not capable of. Monica's dad said. Exactly, Monica's mom affirmed. And while they were arguing with the Ezemo, Henry walked in, and when Monica saw him, she became extremely scared and attempted to hide her face. Jesus, what is Henry doing here? I am finished. Please, I want to use the restroom. Monica excused fearfully. Woman, sit down. You are not going anywhere until the case on the ground is resolved. Dominic said as he stopped Monica from going to the restroom. Who is this young man, Your Majesty? Onowu asked. Who are you, young man? The king asked. My name is Henry, Your Majesty, and I came to see Monica. Please, Monica, I would like to discuss something very significant with you privately. Mr. Man, stand here and discuss whatever you want with her. She's not going anywhere, Dominic said. No, I cannot discuss anything with her here, Henry replied. Then, she's not going anywhere with you. She's my wife. I do not understand. Did you just say Monica is your wife? Monica, when did you marry? Because I know you as single mother of 2 children, Henry asked confusedly. Who are you, young man? And what is your mission here? Monica's dad asked. Sir, my name is Henry, and Monica knows me well. So I came here to carry what is rightfully mine, and to end the deal I made with Monica, which is why I am here, Henry explained. What type of deal are you talking about? Monica understands what I'm talking about, Henry said. Monica, who is this man? And what deal did you make with him? The king asked. Your Majesty, I do not know him. Yes, I do not know him. And I have never seen this type of face before. So, I do not know what he's talking about. Monica stammered. Monica, did you just deny me in front of the king? In any case, that's not why I came. I came to inform you that I'm no longer interested in the game. So I came to carry my 2 children, Junior and Angel. Here is the money you paid me to get you pregnant. Please, I am no longer interested in the deal. I am desperate for my children. Henry said, Monica, can you explain what is going on here? Dominic's dad asked, and Dominic was looking at her angrily. Sir, I swear, I do not know this man, and I have no idea of what he is talking about. I believe someone paid him. Yes, I believe someone paid him to come and ruin my marriage. Monica stammered. Well, Monica, since you keep denying me and pretending that you do not know me, I will reveal everything to everyone here, and I will eventually carry my children. Henry said, Go ahead, young man. The king said, 6 years ago, I met Monica at a shopping center, and 3 months later, she invited me over to her house. And when I arrived, she told me she was a single lady and she was not ready to settle down with any man, but she desperately needed someone to impregnate her, and she would pay the person 10 million naira. So I accepted the offer because I was desperate for money. And a few months later, I got her pregnant, and she gave birth to Junior. 2 years after she gave birth to Junior, she invited me back to her house and offered me 10 million naira to sleep with her, to impregnate her again, which I gladly accepted. And a few months later, she gave birth to Angel. After she gave birth to the girl, she offered me 10 million naira to keep the secret hidden forever. And I promised never to reveal it to anyone or return to claim the children. But the circumstances my wife and I are facing right now are completely out of our control. It has been over 5 years since I married my wife. And whenever she is pregnant, she miscarries. And she has miscarried over 10 times. And we have been to several hospitals to find out the causes of miscarriages. And all of the hospitals have said that there's nothing medically wrong with her. 3 days ago, my wife and I went to a certain spiritualist to reveal the mystery behind my wife's miscarriages. The spiritualist said the causes of my wife's miscarriages were as a result of the abomination I committed with Monica, and because of that, I will never have a child again. And he eventually advised me to come today to claim my children, which is why I decided to come. Henry explained. Everyone in the palace was shocked, and no one could say anything. Dominic watched to where Monica was sitting, intending to shoot her, but they stopped him. After that, the king began asking Monica questions. Monica, I believe you heard this young man clearly. Therefore, can you defend yourself?
Please, Your Majesty, what that man said is not true. I do not even know him, let alone to do business with him. He is a setup,
she said. Woman, if you claim to be innocent, step forward and swear to prove it. Ezemo replied. I am an innocent, Monica said. If you are certain that you are innocent, what are you waiting for? Swear to prove yourself truly innocent, Dominic's father said, and Monica couldn't utter a word. She was weeping badly. Woman, you have only 5 minutes to confess, or you will go mad mysteriously for the rest of your life, Ezemo said. I will confess. I will confess, Monica muttered. Go ahead. We are all listening.
What Henry and Ezemo said is correct. Dominic is not the biological father of Junior and Angel.
Hey!
After 17 years of marriage without a child, I decided to visit a spiritualist to find out the mystery behind our childlessness. And when I went there, I explained everything to him. And he said,
Dominic and Monica had been married for 17 years without having a child, and they had visited several hospitals both abroad and in Nigeria to figure out what was keeping them from having a child. But all of the hospitals concluded that they were medically fine. So after visiting several hospitals and being unable to resolve their issues, they assumed their problem was spiritual. And they went to several churches for deliverance. But all of the pastors stated that their problem was not spiritual. Monica and Dominic tried numerous godly and ungodly rituals and sacrifices to have a child, but they were unable to do so. Dominic's family despised Monica bitterly because she was childless, and they had been accusing her of casting spells on Dominic. So one day, Monica secretly visited a spiritualist, and when she arrived, she explained everything she went through to the spiritualist. And the spiritualist said, young lady, you will never have a child with your husband because he was destined to have 2 children, and he already had the 2 children. Please, sir, what can I do at this point? Because I do not want to lose my husband, Monica pleaded. Woman, stop wasting your time in that marriage. It will not favor you because you are not destined to be his wife. That your best friend, whom you betrayed and made her life miserable, was destined to be his wife, not you. So if you know what is best for you, tell him what you did in the past and divorce him immediately to avoid consequences in the near future. But if you ignore what I just told you and go the extra mile to have a child, you remember what I just told you, either in the grave or in prison. You may go. Monica became extremely angry and frustrated. When she got home, she started thinking and planning how she will have a child because she was obsessed with Dominic and did not want to leave him for any other woman. One day, Dominic traveled abroad for a significant project, leaving his wife Monica in Nigeria. Immediately after Dominic traveled, Monica began looking for a genuine man with whom she could sleep in order to become pregnant before her husband returned. One day, he met Henry in a shopping mall and they exchanged contacts. 2 weeks before Dominic returned, Monica invited Henry to her matrimonial home. And when he arrived, she said, Henry, I invited you here to discuss something very important, and I want to offer you a life-changing opportunity. Should I proceed? Yes, please go ahead. I am all ears, Henry replied. Henry, I want you to do something extremely important for me, and I will pay you 10 million naira. What is that, please? Henry asked eagerly. Henry, I am a single lady who is not ready for marriage because I am not ready to settle down with any man, but I would like you to do something for me. Monica, please name it. I will do anything for you. Henry, I will pay you 10 million naira to sleep with me and get me pregnant because I am desperate to have a child. So, are you interested in the business? I am very interested, but there's one condition. What is the condition, ma? Before I give you the money and let you sleep with me, you must swear by this charm that you will never return to claim the child or disclose this secret to anyone, Monica said as she took out a mysterious charm from her handbag and handed it to Henry, who happily collected it and swore. Monica then transferred 5 million naira to him and promised to balance him 5 million as soon as she was pregnant, which made Henry very happy. So from that day, Henry started sleeping with her and got her pregnant. 2 weeks after Dominic returned from abroad, Monica awoke one morning and told her husband she was experiencing strange feelings she could not explain, and Dominic advised her to see a doctor. An hour later, Monica went to the hospital, where the doctor examined her and informed her that she was pregnant. And when she returned home and told Dominic, he was extremely happy and he lavishly celebrated his wife's pregnancy. A few months later, Monica gave birth to Junior. 2 years after she gave birth to Junior, he offered Henry 10 million naira and began sleeping with him again until she became pregnant, after which she gave birth to Angel. And everything was going on well until Junior innocently killed Angel.
Your Majesty, this is an abomination in our land, and she must face the consequences. Oh no, the Prime Minister said. Monica, how could you bring such an unbearable shame on my family? I regretted giving birth to you, Monica's mom exclaimed.
Dominic was extremely sad. He cried uncontrollably in the palace, and his friend took him away. The king then delivered his verdict. Monica, you have been permanently banished from this kingdom, and you will not live with a pin, not even your phone, except the dresses you are putting on. And any day you return, you will be stoned to death. Youth, take her away and ensure she leaves this kingdom with nothing. And immediately after the youth took her away, Henry sadly left the palace.
The following morning, Mama Alice returned to her hometown, and when she arrived home, she told her daughter Alice and her 2 children, Justin and Justina, about everything that had happened. We are glad you are back alive, Grandma, Justina said. The woman must have been the Jezebel of our time. I pity her husband and the little boy. May God strengthen the innocent husband, Alice said.
A moment later, Dominic sat on the ground and began crying and lamenting how Monica had wasted 22 years of his life.
Monica, wherever you are now, it will never be well with you for wasting my life. Where am I going to start? No children, no wife. Oh God, what have I done to deserve this kind of unbearable heartbreak and pains? Because this pain is too much for me.
What about Junior? Will you let him go? Raymond asked.
Our family does not accept an illegitimate child. Raymond, I am completely hopeless and grief-stricken right now. I do not understand why life has chosen to treat me this way,
Dominic exclaimed. Dominic, it is well, my man. I understand how you feel, but this is not the end of your life. As long as you are alive, there is still hope for you. I am confident that God has something greater than what you have lost for you. There are 2 Bible verses that I will never forget in my entire life. The first one stated that everything in this world happens at the time God chooses. And the second one stated that all things work together for good to those who love God, which simply means that in the midst of life's challenges and circumstances, God is working everything out for our good. So be strong, my man, because God is preparing you for greatness. Raymond consoled him. Thank you so much, Raymond. I sincerely appreciate. You are welcome. Dominic, I propose you leave this town for 2 to 3 months. I believe that everything will be in order by the time you return. Raymond, I love this idea and I will implement it, Dominic replied. A week later, Dominic left the town, leaving Junior with his parents. 2 weeks later, Monica's family buried Angel, and Mama Alice's grandchildren, Justin and Justina, got admitted into a state university. One morning, Justin and Justina started asking their mother questions. Mommy, now that your business has collapsed and our grandma is no longer working, who will pay our acceptance fees, school fees, rent, and all of the school supplies required to resume school? My daughter, the God who made it possible for you and your brother to pass JAMB and be admitted to that university will certainly provide for us, Alice replied. Mommy, how about our father? Where is he? Because you have never told us anything about him, Justin curiously asked. Your father died mysteriously after accidentally getting me pregnant 22 years ago. And he was not aware that I was pregnant with him, Alice replied. What about his family? Justina asked. My princess, I do not know any member of his family. All is well, Mom. God will see us through, Justin stated. Amen, I believe. Thank you, Mommy, for not abandoning us. We love you and we are proud of you. Mommy, do not worry. We will make you proud someday. Please, Justin, let us go and sell the remaining oranges so we can buy another one, Justina said. 2 months later, Dominic returned and everything was in order before he arrived. At night, Dominic had a strange dream in which he was driving down the road when he saw a boy who looked exactly like him selling sachet water in the traffic. As he was about to rush out of his car to meet the boy, he woke up and he suddenly remembered that Ezemo told him that he had 2 children before marrying Monica. The following morning, Dominic went to Ezemo to ask him few questions about his 2 unknown children. Ezemo, you told me I had 2 children before I married Monica. Where are they? Son of Okafor, there was a girl who you accidentally impregnated without your knowledge many years ago, and she gave birth to twins who are all alive, Ezemo said. Ezemo, I do not remember, but where are they? How can I find them? The ghosts have not yet revealed their identities to me, but they have assured me that they are alive. Dominic then went to Raymond's house and revealed to him everything Ezemo had told him about his 2 unknown children as well as the dream he had. Dominic, I believe what Ezemo said is true. Do not worry. You will see them sooner or later, Raymond said. Raymond, that's not something I believe will be possible. Dominic, your biggest problem is a lack of faith. You don't have any at all. That is your problem. Have you heard from Mama Alice since you traveled? Yes, I spoke with her last week. Mama Alice is a very good woman. Despite everything my family has done to her, she called me several times and prayed for me. Mama Alice is a woman with a heart of gold, and I propose that we pay her a visit, Raymond said. I plan to rebuild food items for her and her family. I disagree. Set aside a day and let us go and visit her. She's worth your time. Okay, we will go there this weekend. But do you know her home address? Yes, I still have her application letter with her home address. Okay, we will go there this weekend. 4 days later, Dominic and Raymond went to Mama Alice's town, and when they arrived at her house, Mama Alice was extremely happy to see Dominic and his friend in her house, so she called Alice, her daughter, to come and greet Dominic. And when Alice came out and saw Dominic, she screamed heavily, "Jesus Christ, Mommy, he is a ghost." Alice, do you know him? Mama Alice curiously asked. Yes, Mommy, I know him. He died 22 years ago.
If you made it to the end of part 2 of this thrilling story, then all I can say is congratulations and thank you. These videos really take a lot of time to make, but you guys' support really keep me going. Comments below and share this video with your friends and family. Also, like and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be the first to be notified when I drop a new video.
When Alice came out and saw Dominic, she screamed heavily, "Jesus Christ! Mummy, he is a ghost." "Alice, do you know him?" Mama Alice curiously asked. "Yes, Mummy, I know him. He died 22 years ago," Alice replied. And Dominic was still trying to remember her because her face was so familiar to him. "Who are you? Please, your face looks familiar, but I am having trouble remembering you," Dominic asked. "Sir, she is Alice, my only surviving child." "Do you know her?" Mama Alice asked. "Alice, were you Monica's best friend?" Dominic asked desperately. "Yes, Monica was my best friend, but she told me you died mysteriously many years ago. God forbid, not me. And she also said you were raped to death 22 years ago. How come you are still alive?" Dominic asked with shock. "Dominic, what is happening here? Do you both know each other?" Raymond asked. "Yes, I know her. Monica was her best friend, and they lived together. Monica told me she was raped to death." Dominic responded. "She lied. I was not raped to death. She attempted to kill me, but God saved me." Alice responded. "Please let us go inside and talk more clearly," Dominic pleaded. "Hold on first," Alice said as she took some sand and poured it on Dominic to see if he was truly a human. After pouring the sand on Dominic, she discovered Dominic was not a ghost, so they went inside. When they got inside, they began recounting everything that had happened 22 years ago. Remembrance. 22 years ago. Monica and Alice, salesgirls, were in the shop one afternoon when Dominic, a youth corper, came in and begged Monica for her phone so he could call his parents after being robbed. "Good day," Dominic greeted. "Good day, corper. What would you like to buy?" Monica asked. "Please, I do not want to buy anything, but I desperately need your assistance." "Like, what kind of assistance are you referring to?" Monica asked. "My name is Dominic, and I am a youth corper. I was robbed by bad boys on my way to my town, and they took everything I had, including my phones and money. I do not have a dime with me right now, and the distance from here to my town is still very far. So please give me your phone and let me call my parents so they can send me some money. Dominic pleaded. I cannot give you my phone. Please go look for someone else and collect it. Monica replied. Please help me. I just want to call my parents and ask them to send me money. Mr. Man, please stop disturbing me, I said. I will not give you my phone. Monica responded, and Dominic kneeled down and pleaded with her to give him the phone. But she hissed, and as she was about to walk away from Dominic, Alice walked in. Monica, what is happening here? Corper, why are you kneeling? Alice asked. Alice, can you imagine this so-called corper came into the shop and began begging for my phone to use and make a call? Monica, what is wrong with you giving him your phone to use and make call? Probably he is stranded. But wait a minute, corper. Are you kneeling down because of the phone? Alice asked. Yes, I am a stranger here. I do not know anyone. I was on my way back to my hometown for a vacation when some bad boys attacked me and all of the passengers on the bus and stole everything from us, including our clothes, so I am currently stranded. All I need is a phone to call my parents so they can send me money for my transportation and food. Dominic explained. I am deeply sorry, corper. But did you explain it in this way to my friend? Yes. I explained everything to her. Monica, how could you be so heartless? Why is it so hard for you to give him your phone so he can call his parents? Please stop living this way. It will not benefit you. Alice said. Good Samaritan, give him your phone. Monica replied. Please, corper, sit down. I am not with my phone here. I am charging it, but please wait for me. I want to go and bring it from my place. Alice said as she rushed out of the store. And immediately after she left, Monica said, Mr. Man, get up from this chair because it is meant for customers, not beggars like you. I beg your pardon. Please, I am not a beggar. I only asked for the phone because I am stranded and do not have access to my account right now. Please do not underestimate me because I am not what you think. Dominic replied. Monica then pushed him out of the chair and told him to stay outside and wait for Alice. What have I done to you that you despise so much? Dominic asked sadly. Please keep that stupid question to yourself. She responded. Alice arrived a few moments later and handed him the phone. However, when he dialed his parents' numbers, none of them were reachable, and Dominic became extremely sad. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I have no money to pay for transportation to my kingdom, and it is 4 p.m. It will never be well with you. All those boys who stole everything from me. What kind of problems is this? Dominic exclaimed, and Alice was extremely touched. How much does it cost to get to your town? Alice asked. I do not know how much it will cost to get to my hometown. What is the name of your town? Alice asked. A meek kingdom. That is where my madam's husband works and is quite far from here. It will cost you between 2,000 and 3,000 naira to get there. Alice said. Could you please help me call my parents again and see if their lines are still reachable? Dominic pleaded, but when Alice called the number, it was still unreachable. So Dominic became extremely frustrated and began lamenting. Please follow me, corper, and I will take you where you will see a bus to a meek kingdom. Alice said, I do not have money for transportation. Let us go. I have some money, and I will pay for your transportation. Alice replied, Are you serious? Yes. Please let us go now before my madam arrives. Alice said. When they arrived at the park, there were no buses available to transport passengers to the kingdom that evening. So, what do you intend to do now? Alice asked. I don't know. I have never been to this town before, and I do not know anyone here. Oh God, what is happening to me? Dominic exclaimed. Is all right, Corper? I have an idea. Alice said. What is the idea, please? Dominic curiously asked. I will pay for a nearby guest house where you can spend the night and continue your journey the tomorrow morning. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Alice then took him to a nearby guest house and booked him a room for the night, after which she bought him food and eventually gave him money for transportation. A moment later, Alice's madam entered the shop and asked of Alice, Ma, one guy came here and took her away. Monica replied, Are you sure it is Alice you are referring to? Because I know Alice cannot follow any man. Ma, you do not know Alice better than I do. That is how she slept around with the boys in this town, so do not be deceived by her innocent appearance. Monica said, Are you saying Alice left my shop to go and sleep with a man? Alice's madam asked. Exactly, Ma. That is how she normally leaves the shop when you are not around. Monica responded, and while they were conserving, Alice returned. Alice, where did you leave my shop and go? Alice's madam asked angrily, and as Alice tried to explain, she began beating her, eventually deducting half of her salary. Despite everything she went through that evening, she did not regret helping Dominic. She accepted everything as a life challenge. The next morning, Dominic went to Alice's shop to thank her and tell her he was leaving, but when he arrived, Alice had already left with her madam, leaving only Monica in the shop. Good morning. Where is your friend? Dominic asked. Corper beggar, have you come back to beg? Monica asked. I did not come to beg you or her for anything. I simply wanted to thank her for what she did for me. Dominic said. Before I close and open my eyes, leave this shop. Otherwise, I will pour you this red oil. Monica threatened to pour Dominic red oil, and Dominic shamefully left the shop. When he arrived in his hometown, he began to think about Alice and felt extremely sad that he had not had the opportunity to see her before leaving town. The next morning, he revealed everything Alice had done for him to his parents, and they said, Son, that is your future wife. I propose that you go to her parents and ask for her hand in marriage because that type of girl is extremely rare nowadays, and if you lose her, it may be years before you see her again. Dominic's dad said, That is exactly what I intended to do, father, but she is too young for marriage. Dominic said, How old is she? Dominic's mother asked. I do not know her exact age, but I believe she is between 19 and 21 years old. That is perfectly fine for you. Let me tell you the truth. I married your mother when she was 18 years old after I mistakenly got her pregnant, and after she gave birth to your elder sister, my parents trained her in school for me. When I got her pregnant, I cried all day and night, thinking I had made the worst mistake of my life, but she is now my backbone and the best thing that has ever happened to me. Dominic's dad explained. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Dad. My son, we are not trying to force you to marry quickly. We want the best for you, and it is our responsibility to find you a good wife who will care for you and our unborn grandchildren. Because if you are happy with your marriage, your father and I will undoubtedly be happy. So, do not miss out on this opportunity. Seize it immediately. Dominic's mother replied, I am grateful, Mum. Dominic responded. A few months later, Dominic drove one of his favorite cars to Alice's town, and when he arrived at the shop, Monica did not recognize him. Wow, Corper, long time. You have completely changed. Alice said. Are you serious? I just finished my youth service, so I came to see you and spend a week with you here in town. Dominic said. Me? Alice asked. Yes, you. I do not always have the chance, so I doubt it will be possible. Alice said. I will not mind staying with you here. Please, I cannot take such a risk because my madam will kill me if she sees you with me in her shop. But where do you want to stay? Alice curiously asked. Hotel. What is your name? Alice. How about you? I am Dominic. I bought you this, but do not open it until you get home. I will come see you tomorrow morning, Dominic said as he handed a parcel to Alice and drove away. Immediately after he left, Alice rushed to the house and kept the parcel without opening it. When she returned to the shop, Monica began asking her questions. What did he buy for you? I do not know. I will open it when I get home tonight, Alice replied. Alice, I never knew this corper could be so handsome and rich. I thought he was a poor, wretched corper, Monica said. That is why I always tell you not to look down on anyone. Instead, treat everyone as if they were your brother or sister, especially strangers, because the stranger you are looking down on today could turn out to be your destiny helper, savior, or even the love of your life tomorrow, Alice said. When they arrived home at night and Alice opened the parcels, Alice and Monica were shocked by the expensive items inside. 2 days later, Dominic arrived unannounced at their shop, and their madam was present. Good day, Ma, Dominic greeted. Good day, sir. What do you want to buy? Alice's madam responded. Ma, I do not want to buy anything, but I have come to see your girl, Alice. What business do you have with her? Ma, she is my best friend. So you are the corper who will not let Alice concentrate on my business, right? Yes, Ma, I am. What do you want from that poor girl? Ma, I am in love with her, and I came to this town because of her. So please, Ma, can I see her? Dominic asked courageously. See, young man, if you are looking for female friends, I have 2 beautiful graduate daughters. Leave Alice alone. She is a poor girl. Ma, I know Alice is a poor girl, but I am very comfortable with her. So could I please see her? Dominic asked. Why cannot you look for a girl in your class and leave the poor girl alone? Alice's madam said. Alice is extremely special to me, and I love her unconditionally, Ma. Dominic said. I have heard you love a boy, but you cannot see her. Ma, I will give you 100,000 naira right now if you allow me to see her, Dominic said. Are you really serious? Alice's madam curiously asked. Ma, Dominic said. Call your account number, and Alice's madam did without hesitation. Dominic then transferred 100,000 naira to her instantly, and Alice's madam granted Dominic permission to see Alice whenever he wanted, making Monica extremely angry and jealous. The night before Dominic went to his town, Dominic and Alice had a very important conversation. Alice, I will be out of the country for 2 to 3 months, but I will call you every day to hear from you, and I will come to pay your dowry as soon as I return from my trip, Dominic said. Dominic, please stop talking about marriage because I am too young to get married. I am only 19 years old and I desire to graduate before talking about marriage, Alice said. Alice, please do not worry about your age. My mother married my father when she was 18 years old. Please do not be concerned about school. I come from a rich family, and I am capable of sending you to any institution you wish. I told my parents about you, and they are solidly behind me, Dominic explained. Okay, it is late, and I want to leave right now, Alice said. No, you will be sleeping here this night. God forbid, I cannot sleep in the same room as a guy. I have never done so before, Alice said. Alice, if you truly love me as you claimed earlier, please spend tonight with me. This is extremely risky. Before I agree to sleep here, you must promise me that you will not touch me, because I have never slept with a guy before, Alice said. I promise. Are you okay now? Yes, I am. The following morning, Alice woke up and began crying and quarreling with Dominic. Dominic, I thought you were trustworthy. I had no idea you were a betrayer, despite all of your previous promises. You still touched me last night, Alice exclaimed, and Dominic apologized to her and promised never to betray her. Alice forgave him without hesitation, and Dominic eventually engaged her, gave her some money to take care of herself, and drove her to her home before leaving town. When Alice returned home, she innocently narrated everything Dominic told her to Monica, as well as everything she did with Dominic, and Monica became angry and jealous, secretly conspiring to ruin Alice and Dominic's relationship. A few days later, Dominic left the country, and Monica began secretly plotting Alice's downfall. She woke up at midnight and started saying, "I'll never sit and watch Alice marry Dominic. I am willing to go to any length to take Dominic away from her. Dominic, I will leave no stone unturned until I marry you, and if Alice wants to be my stumbling block, I will kill her without hesitation. I have plans, and I will carry them out wisely." A week later, Monica traveled to a town far from where they lived and rented an apartment. The following morning, Monica awoke early, secretly carried Alice's phone, and began searching for Dominic's numbers. When she found them, she saved them to her phone, then broke the SIM card and left it inside the phone, preventing Dominic and Alice from communicating with one another. Monica woke up and said, "Alice, I want to go to my village this morning to see my parents, and I will return tomorrow. Have you informed, madam?" Alice asked. "Yes, I informed her, and she gave me permission." "Okay, when you arrive, please greet your people for me," Alice said. "I will," Monica replied as she left. At night, Monica paid bad boys to rob Alice, and when they got inside, they raped her, stole her phone, money, and everything Dominic bought for her, and Alice cried uncontrollably. The next day, Monica returned and began crying, pretending she had no idea what had happened. Alice then begged her to lend her some money to travel to her village. "Please, Alice, returning to your village is not the best option right now. Instead, let us relocate to the apartment I told you about and find new work to do. If we stay here, those bad boys may return and attack us." Monica persuaded Alice, and they relocated her to town. A week after they relocated to that town, Monica made a fake call in front of Alice. "Hello, who is this?" Monica asked. "My name is Daniel, Dominic's best friend, and I would like to speak with Alice." And as Monica handed the phone to Alice, Daniel said, "Alice, my friend, Dominic told me a lot about you, but it is unfortunate that you will not be seeing him again." Daniel said, "I do not understand what you are saying. Could you please explain what is going on?" Alice curiously asked. "Dominic died mysteriously on his way back to Nigeria a week ago, and his family buried him just yesterday," Daniel said, but Alice did not believe him. Daniel then sent Dominic's funeral picture to Monica's phone, which Monica quickly showed to Alice, convincing her that Dominic truly died. She had no idea it was the work of her best friend Monica. A week later, Alice discovered she was pregnant and informed Monica. "Monica, it appears that I am pregnant because I missed my period and have been experiencing strange feelings since the beginning of the month." Alice said, "Who is responsible for the pregnancy? Is it the bad boys who raped you?" Monica asked. "Not those boys, but Dominic. How do you know Dominic is responsible for the pregnancy?" Monica asked angrily. "Dominic released inside my body, so none of those bad boys did," Alice replied. "Alice, I will give you money to terminate the pregnancy." "God forbid, I will never terminate this pregnancy. What if my mother terminates me? Will I be alive today? I will never do that, and who knows if this child I am carrying will be my only child," Alice responded, and Monica persuaded her badly to terminate the pregnancy, but Alice stood firm in her decision. And after Monica talked to Alice badly to terminate the pregnancy, and she refused, Monica then secretly went to a certain spiritualist with Alice's picture to kill her with the pregnancy, and when she arrived and told the spiritualist what she wanted him to do to Alice, the spiritualist said, Your request, young girl, cannot be granted because I do not have the power to kill this girl because of the pregnancy. But why? Monica asked. She carries royal blood, and the children she carries are strongly protected by the gods of their land, so no power can harm them, the spiritualist said, and Monica left angrily. When she got home, she threatened Alice badly to terminate the pregnancy, and Alice packed her belongings to return to her village, but Monica stopped her. Please, I am very sorry. Alice, the truth is I only want the best for you, because if you keep this pregnancy, it may ruin your destiny. That is why I advise you to terminate it. Monica, I will never destroy what God has freely given me. My mother had 5 children, but I am the only one who survives. Imagine if she had terminated me, she would have been childless now. Okay, fine. But please stay until the weekend, so it does not appear that I am pursuing you. Do not worry. I will give you money for transportation. Monica said. Thank you so much for your understanding. Alice appreciated her. A day before the morning, Alice wanted to travel. Monica went to a market and prepared Alice's favorite food, which made Alice very happy. After Monica finished preparing the food, they ate together happily. After they finished eating, Monica secretly added a deadly poison to the remaining food in the pot, then gave Alice 10,000 naira and said, Alice, I am going out to my boyfriend's birthday party. I would have loved to accompany you, but you do not like attending parties. Are you not returning tonight? Alice asked. Not at all. If you want to leave tomorrow, please lock the door. I have the keys, and when you arrive in your village, please greet your mother for me, Monica said as she left the house. A moment later, Monica called Dominic on WhatsApp. Hello, Dominic. Who is this? Dominic asked. I am Monica, Alice's friend. Are you currently in town? Monica, how are you? I will be back by the end of this month. Please tell me where Alice is. I have called her number numerous times, but it is always switched off, and I miss her exceedingly. Please, I hope she is okay. Dominic asked, and Monica began crying fakely. Monica, why are you crying? Is she all right? Alice is dead. She was raped to death by a gang of unknown bad boys 2 weeks ago, Monica said in tearful voice. If this is a joke, please stop it, Dominic said, and Monica sent the fake burial picture of Alice to Dominic on WhatsApp, and when Dominic saw it, he screamed loudly and started crying uncontrollably. When Alice wanted to eat the poisonous food at night, she suddenly lost her appetite, so she prayed and retired to bed. The following morning, Alice woke up, prayed, and began preparing to travel to her village. After finishing the preparation, she began eating the poisonous food, and after she had finished eating, she went to a park and entered the bus to her village. On the way, Alice began screaming painfully, "My stomach, my stomach." After that, she started vomiting blood uncontrollably inside the bus. Driver, stop, stop, stop. This girl is dying. Passengers screamed. What happened to her? The driver asked fearfully. Driver, there is no time for this question. Please rush her to the nearby hospital. When they arrived at the hospital, they were shocked by what happened in the hospital. Turn on the notification bell to be notified.
This story is about to get even more interesting. Therefore, I really need to know that you are enjoying the story. So, say something in the comment section. Or you can comment whatever it is that you like. I really want to see that you guys are enjoying the story for me to be motivated to post the next story. So please, first of all, subscribe. Secondly, please make sure to like the video. And thirdly, please write a comment, write anything. So, first of all, tell me how interesting the story is and what you've actually learned.
When the bus driver and passengers rushed Alice to the hospital after she ate poisonous food prepared by her best friend Monica, and doctor attended to her and said she ate a deadly substance, and if she had not been brought to the hospital in time, she could have died. Please, doctor, how is she doing now? Mrs. Wilson, one of the passengers, asked. She will be fine, the doctor said as he recommended medicine worth over 80,000 naira for Mrs. Wilson to buy for Alice, and as soon as the passenger heard the amount requested by the hospital, they all left, leaving only Mrs. Wilson in the hospital. Mrs. Wilson then called her husband, explained what had happened, and pleaded with him to send her some money, which he did without hesitation. When Alice woke up the next morning, she asked what she was doing in the hospital. You ate a poisonous substance yesterday, nurse said. Alice started thinking about what she ate yesterday. Was the poison in the water I drank, or in the food I ate? Alice asked herself confusedly. What kind of food did you eat yesterday? The nurse asked. Spaghetti, she replied. Aside from the spaghetti, did you eat anything else yesterday? Not at all. That means the spaghetti you ate was poison. Were you the one who prepared it? It was actually my best friend. I believe she poisoned it because she was unhappy with my pregnancy. Could you please help me check to see if the poison had an effect on my pregnancy? Alice curiously asked. The doctor had already performed the tests, and results were very good. So there's nothing wrong with your pregnancy, the nurse responded. And Mrs. Wilson walked in as they were conversing. Good morning, ma, the nurse greeted. Morning. How is she doing this morning? Mrs. Wilson asked. Ma, as you can see, she is doing well, the nurse replied. My daughter, how are you? I am fine, ma. Please, ma, were you the one who brought me to the hospital? Yes, my daughter. Here is the food I brought for you, Mrs. Wilson said as she handed her the food. 2 days later, Alice was discharged from the hospital, and Mrs. Wilson took Alice to her house. One day, Mrs. Wilson went to her hometown to see her sick mother, leaving her husband, whom she trusted so much, with Alice in the house. At night, Mr. Wilson began to disturb Alice severely and attempting to force her to sleep with him, but Alice did not give him a chance, and he tried so hard to forcefully sleep with her, and she refused. Mr. Wilson began tearing Alice's night dresses, and Alice angrily pushed him forcefully, causing him to fall painfully on the ground and find it extremely difficult to stand up. Alice then ran away from the house that night and began walking down a lonely road. A moment later, heavy rain began to fall, and she was walking under it, crying and lamenting because she had nowhere to go. And while she was walking under the heavy rain that night, a couple who had just returned from a night party saw her. Honey, why is that girl crying while walking in this heavy rain? Maria asked her husband. I do not know, but I think she did something terrible. Possibly because she's pregnant and her parents decided to chase her away. George said. Honey, please, let's find out. I am touched right now. I do not understand. Are you saying we should go down and meet her? George curiously asked. That's not what I mean. Please reverse and drive towards her, and let us stop to find out what is wrong with her. Who knows if God will bless us with the child we have been praying for through her, Maria said. Honey, this is extremely risky. What if the girl is a ghost? or possessed by a mysterious evil spirit? George asked. Please, honey, let us take the risk. Only God knows why I am so desperate to help her, Maria insisted. So George reversed the car and drove toward Alice. My love, why are you walking in this heavy rain and crying? Maria asked. It is a long story, ma, Alice replied. Don't you have parents? George asked. My dad is late, but my mom is still alive. But she lives very far away from me. So what are you doing outside at this time of the night? Maria asked. My boss attempted to rape me, which is why I ran out of his house. I do not have anywhere to go now. Honey, I knew this girl was going through a lot. Please, let us take her home, Maria said. I disagree. The war is dangerous. So please let us give her some money and drive away, instead of bringing a stranger into our matrimonial home, George said. What if we give her the money and bad boys robbed her? Have you forgotten how dangerous the streets are? Please let us take her. She is like a daughter to me. Maria persuaded her husband, and they took Alice to their home. The following morning, Maria and her husband took Alice to the hospital to see if she had any sicknesses or diseases. When they arrived at the hospital, the results came out that she had no sicknesses or diseases, but she was pregnant, which made Maria and George very happy because they had been married for 7 years without having a child. When they got home, they began asking her questions about her pregnancy. Alice, who is responsible for this pregnancy? Maria asked. He died a few weeks after getting me pregnant. Is your family aware that you are pregnant? Maria asked. Not at all, because I do not have any means of communication to inform them. Only my friend is aware that I am pregnant. Alice, we want you to keep your pregnancy a secret. Do not tell anyone. We are fully prepared to take care of you. We are willing to do anything for you, and we will treat you as our biological daughter, Maria said. Thank you very much, ma and sir. Alice appreciated them innocently, without knowing their intentions towards her or the unborn child. When Alice left, Maria said, Honey, this is an amazing opportunity for us to have a child. Yes, you are correct. So what are we going to do when she gives birth? She's a poor girl. So we will collect the baby, give her 1 million naira, and then relocate abroad, Maria replied. That is an excellent plan, and I fully support you, George replied. A week later, Dominic returned from his trip abroad. The following morning, he went to the shop where Alice and Monica worked and asked their madam about Alice. Sir, Alice is no longer working for me. She quit immediately after you left this town. And I thought she followed you to your town. What about her friend, Monica? Dominic sadly asked. Both of them quit on the same day, and I have not seen them since. Please, ma, have you heard any news about Alice's death? No? Why are you asking such a strange question? Monica informed me that Alice was raped to death by unknown bad boys about 2 weeks ago. Jesus Christ. I never heard such news. Thereafter, Dominic went to where Monica and Alice used to live, and when he arrived, their neighbors informed him that Monica and Alice had relocated immediately after the unknown bad boys raped Alice. Dominic became extremely sad and decided to call Monica. "Hello Monica, where are you? Please come and take me to where Alice was buried. I am desperate to see her grave and meet her family." "Okay, where exactly are you?" Monica asked. "I am in your former area with your madam." "Okay, I'll be there in the next 2 to 3 hours, Monica replied. "I'll be expecting you." A few hours later, Monica arrived, and Dominic was still at their former madam's shop. "Can we please proceed to Alice's village? Our village is quite far from here, so it is late. We cannot make it today. Let us wait till tomorrow," Monica said. "Okay, I have heard you. Where will you sleep tonight?" Monica asked. "Where I want to sleep is none of your business." "Please do not be offended. I just wanted to know if I could pay for a hotel room for both of us so that we can travel to Alice's town easily tomorrow morning," Monica replied. "When I was stranded and desperately needed your help, you did not help me. Do I appear to be the type who cannot afford to pay for a hotel?" "That is not what I mean. I just want to show you how much I care about you," Monica replied. "You are a gold digger. Take this 20,000 naira. Use it and pay for where you want to stay tonight, and I will call you tomorrow morning," Dominic said as he gave her the money and drove away. When Monica arrived at her friend's house, she began to think about and plan what she would do to make Dominic fall in love with her. "Dominic does not love me at all. He despises me passionately because of what I did to him. But I am obsessed with him. What can I do to have him? I need to do something very quickly before tomorrow." Monica then went to a chief priest with Dominic's picture, which she got from Alice's phone, and the money Dominic gave her. "Please, sir, I am in love with this guy, but he does not love me. Here is his picture and the money he gave me," Monica said. "Drop them in the calabash and called his name 3 times," the chief priest instructed. And after Monica called Dominic's name 3 times, the chief priest said, "Before you say what you want, keep in mind that anytime this young man meets and reconciles with the young girl you poisoned, you will run mad for the rest of your life." "But is the girl alive?" "I thought she's dead," Monica curiously asked. "She's alive. That girl is a gifted child with a spirit of discernment, and she's carrying a future king and queen of great kingdoms. So the day this young man meets her and reconciles with her is the day you go mad for the rest of your life. Do you still want to cast a spell on him?" the chief priest asked. "Yes, I am willing to do whatever it takes to get him," Monica said. "Then go ahead and command him to do whatever you want, and it will be granted to you." "Dominic, I command you to love me unconditionally. Do whatever I ask you to do, and forget everything about Alice and her family," Monica said. "It is done. You may go," the chief priest said. On her way back to her friend's house, she received a call from Dominic. "Hello babe, where are you? I want to come and pick you up. I miss you so much, Dominic said. And Monica then told him her friend's address. And before she arrived at her friend's house, Dominic was already waiting for her. He then took her out and ended up spending the night with her. The next morning, Dominic awoke and said, "My love, I will be traveling with you to my town today. I told my parents about you last night while you were sleeping, and they desperately want to see you. So we are returning to the city together." "Okay, you will take me to my house and carry my belongings. Do not worry about your belongings. When we get to the city, I will buy you anything you want," Dominic responded. "Can we go this morning? Because I cannot wait to see your parents and your family," Monica said. "Pretty sure. Never forget that your wish is my command." A few hours later, Dominic and Monica went to the city, and when they arrived at the Dominic family's house, Dominic introduced Monica to his parents. "Son, is it the girl you told us about before leaving the country?" Dominic's dad asked. "Yes, Dad, she's the one." "My daughter, you are welcome. What is your name?" Dominic's mom asked. "My name is Monica." "Monica? Son, what about Alice you told us about?" Dominic's dad asked confusedly. "Dad, I have never met a girl named Alice," Dominic said. "I do not understand. You are confusing us here. Is she not the same Monica you told us how she mistreated you while you were stranded? Why are you bringing her to my house? Where is Alice? That is the girl I expected to see," Dominic's dad asked eagerly. "Father, I do not know any girl named Alice. Monica was a girl I met in that town, and she's the one I want to marry," Dominic responded. "Something is definitely wrong somewhere. This is not my son speaking. Dominic, where is the girl you show me a picture on your phone? Because the girl I saw on your phone is very different from the girl standing in front of me. My son, where is Alice?" Dominic's mom asked, and Dominic became so angry that he walked away from his parents with Monica. When he got to his room, Monica said, "I cannot stay here with your parents because they are too suspicious. Let us move to another area before they ruin our relationship." "You are correct, and I will do that without hesitation," Dominic responded. A few days later, Dominic rented a house far from his family's house and moved in with Monica. When Dominic's parents realized Dominic and Monica were madly in love, they gave up on their case and supported their marriage. 6 months later, Dominic married Monica, and Alice gave birth to Justin and Justina on their wedding day. 3 months after their wedding, Dominic and Monica traveled abroad. 6 months after Alice gave birth to Justin and Justina, George and Maria went to Alice's room to discuss something very important with her. "My princess, how are you doing?" Maria asked. "I am fine, ma. And I'm grateful for everything you bought for me yesterday. May God bless you and grant you all of your heart desires," Alice said. "Amen. That is just the beginning. My princess, we have come to discuss something very important with you," Maria said. "I am all ears, ma. Alice, I believe you are aware of the circumstances my husband and I are facing. We have been married for exactly 8 years without having a child. And there's nothing medically wrong with us. So since no one knew you were pregnant, my husband and I have decided to offer you this 2 million naira to give us the twins and move on with your life. You are still very young and you have as many children as you want. This 2 million naira will help you build and secure your future, Maria said as she handed Alice a check for 2 million naira. Ma, I cannot accept this offer because my children are more valuable and special to me than this 2 million naira. I will never treat them for money, Alice responded courageously. I understand what you are saying, but you are still very young. Before you decline this offer, consider where you will get the money to care for these children. We are only trying to help you. Please accept it, and you will not regret it, Maria said. Ma, I am sorry, but I cannot sell my children. God gave them to me on purpose, and I am confident that He will make a way for me to care for them. Alice, do not forget that you do not have anyone who will help you raise these children. You are saying this because you and your children are still in our care. Do you know how much my wife and I normally spend per week on you and these babies? We are just trying to help you and you are saying things you do not know about. Anyway, if you are not satisfied with the 2 million naira, I will add 1 million naira to make it 3 million. Are you okay now? George asked. Sir, no amount of money you can offer me will persuade me to sell these children because they are priceless. Who knows if I am destined to have only 2 children? Alice responded. Honey, please let us go, George said as he left Alice's room angrily. When they got to their room, George said, do not worry about that girl. She's a stupid girl. And I can see that poverty has destroyed her brain, which is why she does not think and reason like a normal human being. Honey, we must do something very quickly because this is our only opportunity right now. And if we miss it, the chances of not having a child are extremely high, Maria said. I have a plan. What is the plan, please? Honey, since this girl is so stupid that she does not want things done in a pleasant manner, let us poison her so she does not run with this baby, Josh said. I like this idea. But what about our corpse? I will pay some boys to throw our corpse into a river or drainage, George responded. Honey, we really need these children. So when are we going to carry out this task? Maria asked. Tomorrow morning. Because if we do not act quickly, this girl may take these babies and escape without our knowledge. You are right, honey. Honey, I am coming. I want to buy a poisonous substance so you can add to our breakfast tomorrow morning, Josh said as he walked out of the bedroom. Maria then went to Alice's room and began faking an apology. My princess, I just overthink everything and realized that my husband and I were completely wrong to talk about buying your children. Please forgive me and my husband. It is fine, ma. Thank you so much for your understanding. God, who made it possible for me to give birth to these children, will also make it possible for you. Ma, by this time next year, you will be carrying your own children. Just believe it, Alice responded. Amen. Thank you so much, my princess. My husband and I have decided that you will stay with us until the babies are a year old. Maria said. Thank you very much, Ma. God bless you and your husband. You are welcome, darling. Good night, and take care of the children, Maria said as she walked out of the room. At 5 a.m., Alice had a strange dream in which she was in her room when George rushed in with a knife. Give me these children or I will stab you with this knife, George said as he moved closer to Alice. I will never give you my children, so stop threatening me with a knife, Alice responded, and George became extremely angry. And as he was about to stab Alice with a knife, Alice woke up. Her mind and spirit became extremely troubled. So she started packing her belongings to leave the house before George and Maria awoke. This is my opportunity to leave this house. I sense serious danger. Thank God it is Saturday. They will not wake up on time this morning. My only obstacle now is gate man. What should I do? Alice asked. Alice then persuaded gate man and sent him on an errand. And as soon as he left the compound, Alice carried her babies and her belongings and ran away. She then went to a park where she boarded a bus to her village. Immediately after the bus drove away, George woke up and went to the kitchen and began preparing Alice's breakfast, after which he added a deadly substance to the food. Maria then took the food to Alice's room, only to discover that Alice and her babies were nowhere to be found. My princess, where are you? I brought you food, and everywhere was as quiet as a graveyard. And when she could not find Alice, she rushed to the gate to ask the gateman if he saw her. Yes, ma. I saw her this morning. She sent me an errand an hour ago, and I have been waiting for her to come and collect what she sent me. But I have not seen her, the gateman explained. Maria then called her numbers, but her phone was switched off, and she became extremely sad and frustrated. She then went to their room. Babe, did she eat the food? George asked. Alice ran away with her babies. Oh my God, what is the meaning of this? What should we do now? Babe, Alice asked the spirit of discernment. Let us forget about her. I am confident that God will give us our own child at the appropriate time. Let us wait patiently for our appointed time, Maria said. That is what you have always told me. When is the appointed time? Because I am tired of waiting, George exclaimed. When Alice arrived in her town, she told her mother everything she had gone through, and Mama Alice cried uncontrollably. It is well, my daughter. Whoever imagined that my only surviving child will work for someone? It will never be well with those who killed my husband and seized all of his property. My daughter, do not worry. We will do everything in our power to train these children, and God will help us. Thank you so much for not selling these precious children that God has given you, Mama Alice said. I am very happy to see you, Mom, Alice said. Please, my daughter, call the woman who cared for you and these children. I want to pray for her, Mama Alice said. When Alice called Maria, she answered right away and asked where she was. She is with me. I am her mother. Madam, God will grant your heart desires beyond your expectations this month. That child you are looking for, mark my words, by this time next year, you will be carrying your own children, and wherever you go, God will send great people to help and favor you, just as you did for my only surviving child. Mama Alice prayed for Maria, and she became extremely happy. After that, Alice said, "Mommy, I will never work for anyone. Instead, I will use the little money I have to start a small provision business in front of our house so that I can care for my children. This is an amazing plan, my daughter. I will support you. I have been able to save some money, which I will give you," Mama Alice said. 2 weeks later, Maria became pregnant for the first time, making George very happy. 9 months later, Maria gave birth to a girl. So she called Mama Alice and told her the good news, and thanked her for her prayers, and eventually sent her 500,000 naira, which made Mama Alice and Alice extremely happy. Many years later, Alice and her family relocated to Dominic's town, and Dominic and his wife Monica had already returned to Nigeria after many years abroad. Alice married 5 men, but none of them lasted more than 2 years, so she decided to give up on marriage and focus on her business and her family. One night, Alice got shocking news that her shop was on fire and everything inside was destroyed before firefighters arrived, which made life very difficult for Alice and her family. So Mama Alice began looking for a nanny job so that she could pay Justin and Justina's school fees and care for her family. One day, she came across a job opportunity at Dominic's house and decided to apply, and she was eventually hired to care for Junior and Angel. Everything was going on well until Junior innocently killed Angel. "Mommy, you are a superwoman, and I love you," Justina said. "Wow, Mommy, I am so proud of you. You are 1 in a million, and I will always love you. Thank you, Grandma, for standing by her. God bless you," Justin said. Dominic and Alice were crying so hard that they could not say anything. How could Monica be so wicked? "Alice, I am very sorry for what you went through, and I am glad you are still alive and healthy enough to enjoy the fruits of your labor," Raymond commented. "Raymond, I swear, I never remember anyone like Alice in my entire life. I just wish I could see that wicked woman right now and strangle her for what she did to me," Dominic exclaimed. "It is okay, Dad. The good news is that you are both back together and in good health. Please let us forget about the past and talk about the future," Justina said. "Exactly," Justin said. Dominic then knelt down and thanked Alice and her mother for their invaluable contributions in raising Justin and Justina to that level. Thereafter, Dominic called his driver and told him to bring one of his cars to Mama Alice's house, which he did without hesitation. When the driver arrived, Dominic said, "Please, we are moving to our house right now because I will never allow my family to sleep here for a night. when I have mansions. Dominic then took Mama Alice and her family to his house. When they arrived, Justin and Justina said, "Wow, this is my first time entering a house that is as beautiful as this." Justina said, "I usually see this type of mansions in movies. I never imagined I would enter it someday, let alone own it," Justin said. The next day, Dominic took them to his father's house, and when they arrived, Dominic told his parents everything, and they were extremely touched. I knew Monica was up to something, which is why my spirit despised her from the beginning, Dominic's mom said. "Son, I'm one of the happiest men on the planet right now. My daughter, I am so proud of you. Thank you so much. God Almighty will reward you for everything you have done for my family. I am so happy right now." Thereafter, they went to the palace, where the king was meeting with members of his cabinet. "Your Majesty, Your Majesty, God has done it," Dominic's dad said as they entered the palace. "Please, Chief Okafor, tell us the good news. We are desperate to hear it. I am seeing 3 new faces here. Who are they?" "That is the good news, Your Majesty. I believe you remember Ezemo telling my son that he had 2 children before marrying that Jezebel called Monica. These are the children. And this is Dominic's rightful wife. And she is Mama Alice's daughter," Dominic's father explained. What a deep mystery. So Dominic has been living with his mother-in-law without his knowledge? This is incredible. Oh no, who the Prime Minister stated. The war is indeed full of mysteries. My daughter, what happened? And where have you been all this time? The king asked. Alice and Dominic then explained everything Monica had done in the past to the king and his cabinet. And after they explained everything, the king said, "Dominic, before these children can be accepted into the royal family, you must undergo DNA tests." "There is no need to conduct DNA tests, Your Majesty. He is the biological father of these children," the chief priest said as he walked into the palace unannounced. "Greetings, Your Majesty." "Son of Okafor, go pay your wife's bride price so that these children can rightfully be yours," Ezemo said as he walked away from the palace. A week later, Dominic and his family went to Alice's village to pay her dowry, after which they set a date for their wedding. A few days later, Monica was about to relocate abroad, and when she arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, she tore her dresses and went mad and began causing trouble at the airport. So the airport security chained her legs and hands, collected her phone, and used her face to unlock it. They then began looking for her family's number. Fortunately, they discovered her mother's number and decided to call her. "Hello, ma. Are you the mother of Monica Dominic?" "Yes." "Is there any problem?" Monica's mom asked. "Yes, there's a serious problem, ma. Your daughter went mad this morning, So please come to the international airport Abuja and carry her, the security said, and Monica's mom began crying. What is the problem? And why are you crying? Monica's dad asked. The security at the international airport Abuja called me with Monica's number and informed me that our daughter had gone mad at the airport. Is that why you are crying? She is no longer my daughter. I disowned her the moment she was banished from this kingdom. I cannot call someone with a devilish heart my daughter. Imagine the terrible news I received last week about what she did to her best friend. She is evil and deserves to die. Please do not mention her name in my presence, because I want to completely forget about her, Monica's dad said. The next day, Monica's mother went to the airport and took Monica to a very powerful spiritualist in her village. When she arrived, the spiritualist said she is the cause of her madness. She is mad because of what she did 22 years ago, and there is no cure for her madness. Her mother took her to several places for deliverance, but they were unable to deliver her from the madness. So she decided to take her to the psychiatric hospital and then return home. A few weeks later, Dominic and Alice got married, and their wedding was the talk of the town, and everywhere was shut down on their wedding day. 3 days after their wedding, the king summoned all of the members of the royal family, as well as Envy. And at the end of the meeting, the royal family offered Justin and Justina full scholarships to study at any university of their choice abroad, making Justin and Justina the happiest people on earth. Dominic then handed Junior to Henry. A few weeks later, Dominic, his wife Alice, and Justina relocated abroad, leaving his house and cars in Nigeria with Mama Alice. Junior began behaving strangely after hearing that Dominic had relocated abroad. He refused to eat and talk to anyone in the house, let alone go to school. He cried all day and night. Henry and his wife did everything they could to convince Junior to eat, but Junior kept rejecting their food on a daily basis. So when the circumstances were beyond their control, they went to Dominic's parents and told them everything Junior did since Dominic traveled. Dominic's parents directed them to Mama Alice, and when they arrived at Dominic's house, Mama Alice stated, "I do not think Junior can survive without Dominic or Monica, because they were his obsession. So it will be very hard for him to adjust to the new environment. Please, Ma, what should we do at this juncture?" Henry asked. "Please take it easy with him. I believe he will soon adjust to the new environment and be free with you and your wife," Mama Alice responded. The following day, Junior woke up at midnight, crying and thinking about how happily he was living with his family before he innocently killed Angel, and he blamed himself for everything that was happening in the family. So he suddenly remembered how he killed Angel, and he sadly tiptoed to the kitchen and began looking for a knife. And while he was looking for a knife, Henry woke up, and as he was about to go to the restroom, he saw Junior in a CCTV camera holding a knife in the kitchen, and he quickly remembered how Junior killed his sister with the knife. So he quickly ran to the kitchen, and when he arrived, Junior was about to stab himself with the knife. "Please, Junior, do not kill yourself. I will do anything you want me to do," Henry said with teary eyes.
Take me to my daddy. Oh, I will kill myself right now.
Please, I promise to take you there first thing in the morning, Henry responded, and Junior dropped the knife and went back to his room. Junior woke up the next morning and began arranging his belongings, then dressed and waited for Henry to take him to Dominic. 2 hours later, Henry took him to Dominic's parents and told them what Junior had attempted to do. Junior, what is your problem? Dominic's dad asked.
Grandpa, I want to stay with my daddy,
Junior responded. Junior, this is your father, Dominic's mom said.
Grandma, he is not my father. I do not even know him, and I dislike him. I want to stay with my daddy,
Junior insisted. This is extremely complicated. Henry, what do you want us to do now? Dominic's dad asked. Chief Okafor, there's nothing anyone can do about this situation on the ground, the chief priest said as he walked in. You are welcome, Ezemo, they greeted. This little boy cannot survive without your son, his mother, and the woman who cared for him, Ezemo said. So what should we do, Ezemo? Dominic's dad asked. Son of Nelson, return to your home because this boy was not meant to be your son. And if you try to force him to accept you as his father, he will kill himself and you and your wife will suffer the consequences, the chief priest said as he walked away, and Henry left sadly. Dominic's father then called Dominic and explained everything to him, and Dominic told him to take Junior to Mama Alice. Dominic's father then took Junior to Mama Alice, and when Junior arrived at Dominic's house and saw Mama Alice, he became extremely happy. Please, Auntie Alice, do not allow that man to take me away from you. I don't like him, and I want to stay here with you until my daddy returns, Junior said. I will not allow him. What would you like to eat? Mama Alice asked. Auntie Alice, I want to eat fried rice, and I want to eat it now because I am extremely hungry. A week later, Mama Alice enrolled Junior in school, and Junior began going to school happily. One night, Henry woke up and started crying and lamenting. Oh God, is this how I'm going to live without a child? I am tired of this childlessness. Only I propose that we go to the hospital and I adopt a baby because I am tired of miscarriages and being childless, Henry's wife proposed. That is exactly what we will do. Thank you for the idea, Henry responded. A few moments later, they slept off and Henry had a strange dream in which he was sitting in the parlor when Junior walked in and gave him 2 teddy bears. And when he woke up, he began to think about the dream and could not understand it. So he decided to share the dream with his wife, and his wife began interpreting the dream based on her own understanding. And while doing so, she rushed to the restroom and vomited. And when she returned, Henry asked if she was alright. I believe I have malaria, she said. Please dress up. I want to take you to the hospital for a medical checkup, Henry said. An hour later, Henry and his wife went to the hospital, and when the doctor examined her, she discovered she was pregnant. But they were not very happy because they knew what would happen to the pregnancy. When they got home, Henry's wife said, Babe, I do not think I will miscarry anymore because you have revealed the secrets and settled with Dominic and his family. That is true. I believe what you said. And it reminded me of a dream I had last night. Please let us pray and commit this pregnancy to God's capable hands. Because nothing is impossible for him, Henry said. 9 months later, Dominic returned to Nigeria with his wife Alice for his parents' 50th marriage anniversary. And while the ceremony was going on, Henry, one of the participants, received a phone call from his chef. Hello sir, where are you? Is there any problem? Henry asked. Not at all, sir. I called to inform you that Madame had just given birth to twins, 2 girls. Henry nearly went mad at the event center after hearing what the chef said. He then drove recklessly to the hospital where he rolled on the ground, crying and thanking God for his wife and his 2 daughters. When Dominic and Alice heard the news, they paid them a visit with gifts. A week later, Dominic, Alice, and Junior returned abroad, where they lived happily and healthily, while Monica remained mad for the rest of her life. The end.